Yes. Yeah, it has been seamless at the 7th edition of Nigerian FinTech Week. And today is the wrap up. And we have someone special from Interswitch. We are glad to have you, man. Can you tell us briefly about yourself and how was the summit?
I'm Oremeyi Aka. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me. I am the Chief Customer Officer at Interswitch.
Wow, we are glad to have you, man.
Glad to be here.
So let's see, we have some few questions for here because you have already said it all during your panel session. But let's just be quick about it. So as company. And how is Interswitch navigating the balance between innovation in AI-driven financial services and compliance with evolving regulatory standards, both locally and globally?
That's an interesting and complex question. So I'll start with our commitment to regulation. Interswitch is highly ethical in our practices. We've always been. We are conscious of the role we play as a fintech for fintechs in Nigeria and across Africa. And so regulatory compliance is at the fore of everything we do. In line with that, we therefore build out all our processes and products within the context of regulatory defined boundaries and borders. So for us, artificial intelligence and it's a tool that is inevitably going to reshape the future of payments. And there are several ways and products that we are already leveraging it. But as I said, we do that all within the context of regulatory defined boundaries.
Thank you very much. So let's look at some of the challenges. Data privacy and security are major concerns in AI applications. What strategies or frameworks should be adopted by African regulators to protect consumers while encouraging AI innovation in financial services?
So the regulator has a lot of work to do when it comes to protecting people's data. But I'll say it must start with user education. Everyone is responsible for your own data. So we as people, as users, have to be conscious and deliberate about where we allow, how we submit our data, how we allow our data to be collected, while we may not be in full control of how it is used after we release it. We are responsible for releasing it in the first place. So I'll say, first of all, user education, user consciousness is important. Second, I'll say that the regulator cannot avoid collaboration. The fintechs or the players and the regulator must collaborate, not to be at loggerheads, but to co-create the environment that empowers and gives users confidence to use, share their data, knowing that they will be highly and heavily protected in every regard. So I'll say those are two things for now.
Wow, thank you very much, man. We really appreciate your time. Well said. So, if you are just joining us, this is Coin News Extra intervention during the Nigerian FinTech Week. We are glad to have you, man. Thank you very much. I see the Light from Coin News Extra. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.